Welcome to English 101. Welcome. My name is Eunha Jung, and my name is a little different. Welcome to English 101. Welcome. My name is Eunha Jung, and my name is kind of hard to pronounce in English because it's not an English name. It's a Korean name. And my first name, the best way to remember to say it correctly is imagining that you're being punched in the stomach. You'd probably make some kind of sound, right? And the sound would resemble something like uh, uh. So you add a little sound and then next to it, and you come up with unha, unha, pain in the gut. That's who I'm gonna be for you. And my last name is Jung, and I hold a PhD in linguistics. So I'm somebody who's a bit of a language geek. I want you to join my language geekdom and take some pleasure in actually examining the English language and its beauty this semester. You gotta love it. If I can do it, you certainly can. And of course, that's the most famous tagline for any kind of motivational speech. But you have to understand that if you can, as you probably can tell from my accent, that I was not born in this country. I didn't come here until I was 23. But I guess I rose through and popping through the glass ceilings to get here to be able to teach you, the native speakers of English, how to use English correctly and how to write beautifully. That just shows that I'm really, really, really in love with this language. So if I can convey some of that to you and if it rubs off on you, the class will have been very successful. So this is the textbook, Bruce Ballinger, The Curious Writer. And textbooks come and go, but this one is something special because I need to give you an anecdote. I was at Home Depot with my boyfriend, and the cashier lady looked familiar, and her name was Crystal or something. Wait a minute, Crystal, do I know you from somewhere? And she said, yeah, I remember you. And she said, Bruce changed my life. I mean, I was a little disappointed she didn't say, Eunha, you changed my life. But anyway, at least, when was the last time you remembered the name of a textbook author? I don't remember any textbook authors. That was really quite remarkable. So there's a reason that I picked this book, and there's a reason that this book is called The Curious Writer. Because, remember that little child that you were, 2, 3 years old, when you would drive your mother crazy with why questions? For some reason, that child has been laying dormant. I have to say, has been lying dormant in you for the last, I don't know, 10 years. The child somehow goes underground. School kind of kills the joy of learning. That's probably what happened to most of you. But I want you to revive that child and look at this girl looking at this blue screen and trying to figure out what's going on here. And if you kind of approach this required English class with that curiosity, the class will not be a chore, and then you'll learn a lot and get a lot out of it. So let's do that. Online classes, of course, come with its own challenges. The most major thing is self-discipline and motivation. Because you don't have to show up for class, it's very easy for people to slack off and just wait until the last minute and or do nothing and just fail the class miserably. So that's something that you really have to work on. So make a routine of checking in regularly. And you also need to give yourself time to devote to this class because there is no shortcut to learning to write better. You just need to read and write and read and write and read and write. And of course, support. And support can come in a lot of forms. Of course, $100 bill would be nice, slipped under your door, but it's not going to happen. Instead, at least if your family understands that knocking on your door when you're trying to concentrate, away from your phone, if that's at all humanly possible, and if they know to be quiet, that would be a huge support. Of course, technology is important because it's an online class, high-speed internet, a thumb drive, backup computer, Microsoft Word, and if you don't have a Microsoft um, suite, you can get something called OpenOffice, which is a free program and is quite compatible with Microsoft. And also, Canvas app is a good solution too. I mean, I shouldn't say the word solution because you should not think of it as a computer replacement because I know I have seen people trying to write papers using the cell phone, but don't go there. Not good. English causes me a headache, but does it have to? I don't think so. Once again, if you revive that curious child and approach your research topics with a genuine curiosity, it doesn't have to be a chore. The learning system we'll be using is Canvas, and the website address is cocinstructure.com. And initially, you'll be taken to this website. If you remember your password, then that's your lucky day. And then once you're in, the course is organized by of the first week. It's like weekly, and you just follow that model. And each week starts with a to-do list. So just complete those things in a timely manner, and you'll be good. Okay, what to expect in this class? Okay, you have to think about the writing process as like a two-step, at least a two-step process. One is the process. It's sort of like a messy room that hasn't been cleaned, but there is the potential for you to write a masterpiece. You know what I mean? You shouldn't judge what you're doing. So all the exercises you'll be doing from the textbook and other little activities, responding to readings and annotating on the readings and things like that, and also writing an outline, generating, mapping, drafting. All these are very messy processes, but if you go through them properly without really judging yourself, because judging is a big thing in writing. People get really judgmental about their own writing and about other people's writing. Of course, I get to be judgmental because I'm the teacher. But what I'm saying is during that process stage when your room is messy, respect the fertility of that messy room because that's when the productivity is going to come into the picture. So that's that. And then, but when you submit the essay, the room has to be beautifully made like this picture. And the essays you will have to submit, I mean, they need to be beautiful. A personal essay, a review essay, a proposal, and a reflective letter. So respect both processes. It's absolutely important. And then quizzes, most common errors, commonly confused words, and etymology. That's word origins for you. And then also for each paper you'll be writing, there is a draft peer feedback session, and participating in that is really crucial. How to ace the class? Okay, think about it. When let's say you're a teacher and you're evaluating your students, one way to look at the student population is that in any class, there's going to be a normal standard distribution. Some people are going to do really well, like the top 13.6%, or the do very poorly, like the bottom ones, or the middle ones. And if you believe in this bell curve for everything, then I mean, I guess no matter how hard you try, if you just fall under other people, you're gonna fail. That's a pretty depressive and deterministic way of looking at life, don't you think? But that's not how I judge. What I do is this. It's called criterion based. If you look at the syllabus, there is a set of class objectives. They're called outcomes. As long as you meet those outcomes, those are the criteria. And if everyone meets those requirements, then everyone can not only pass the class, but will get an A. That's what's called a ceiling effect. I am really, every quarter, I'm looking for a ceiling effect. I've never encountered it, but who's to say that it won't happen this quarter, right? So let's go for the ceiling, not the floor. So the tricks of the trade, not exactly tricks. Log in regularly, do not procrastinate, work like there is no tomorrow, participate, concentrate, which is really hard for me to do because usually when I go on my web browser, I have like 47 windows open. I know it's my brain is like that. Like no door is not a single door is ever closed. They're all open. Not good. Not good. Especially your door to Facebook should be closed when you're concentrating. But above all else, enjoy and then success will just come naturally.